Hi, you're with firstweekendclub.ca, and we are here with director, actor. What don't you do, Jason Priestley? How are you?
I don't do 2 shows a night. I won't do it.
How many days did you shoot total?
We had 21 days of production, which was very fast.
Yeah.
But I made sure and I fought for a week of rehearsal for the actors, just me and the actors.
It's lovely because you know from being an actor what a gift that is and how necessary that is.
Yeah, and it just doesn't happen anymore.
Yeah.
Like people have forgotten about the rehearsal process, and it when you're shooting a feature film, and especially a movie like this that's extensively a two-hander, if those two actors aren't totally on the same page and if that relationship's not working from minute one on day one, your movie's not going to work. I thought it was of paramount importance to get those two actors and me in a room together for a week to work it out and work on those scenes and get those scenes up on their feet. And we had a lot of time, so we had time to improvise stuff and to adjust the scenes and get a lot of those improvisations into the scenes. And
how lovely.
Yeah.
Do you think the fact that this is a Canadian feature film and you're doing this in Canada, perhaps with the way the system is here and maybe the level of adoration and respect you have here, and that this is your first feature coming off the ground, people want to really support that. Do you think that allowed a little bit more leeway for that rehearsal process where people had maybe a little more give for you? The nature of it? You've grown a pretty big community here.
Well, my ego would like to say, of course, what else could it possibly be?
Yeah.
But the reality, I think, is that my producer, Mark, I think he was just swayed by my arguments.
Some good verbal slinging.
Yeah, I can be kind of convincing when I need to be, and I think that he saw the value in it as well. Actually, the movie does. The movie would live and die by the two. The movie lives on the two of them.
Yeah.
And if the two of them weren't really hitting it out of the park on day one, we would have had a problem on our hands.
How lovely that their relationship on screen was. It was so palpable. You could feel the tension where it needed to be there, and it was just. It was very. It was very performance-driven and very lovely. You could really read that between the two of them. And the differences in them, it really sort of...
Yeah, you could, and the movie really celebrated the differences between the two of them. Here's this old guy who's really at the end of his life, and this young girl who's at the beginning of her life, and and what are the similarities and what are the differences between the two, and what can the young girl teach the old guy, and what can the old guy teach the young girl, and that's really what the movie's all about, and it was an interesting study. It was an interesting character study for all those reasons. Yeah. And the two of them brought so many interesting ideas and creative solutions, and we really had a good time every day working on the material, because that's at the end of the day, that's what you have is that is that document, is that script, and we just kept working the material. It really became like a play because we had so much time to work on the material. We just kept working the material. Yeah,
lovely.
It was really nice.
And it sounds like it was a tremendous experience, from everyone who worked on it.
Yeah, well,
it sounds like it really had that feel that you're talking about there.
It did. We really had a lot of fun making the movie, and we had great people on it. All the way down. Gerald Packer, our DP, and. Mark Montefiore, our producer, and Jesse Gabe, our writer, all the way down. Tatiana was having so much fun on the movie. She wanted to come on, we shot second unit for 6 days after we finished principal photography. She wanted to come on the second unit shoot. Her parents came out from Regina, and the three of them came with us on our second unit.
How awesome!
I was like, really, Ted? You want to come?
Well, I have
She's like, yeah, I want to come. I want to do this with you. I was, all right. Get in the van, honey, let's go.
So where did you do that shoot?
We shot.
Where they all came for it? Was that one of the highway shoots?
Yeah, we shot.
You covered a lot of that ribbon of highway.
We shot second unit from Calgary all the way to Tofino.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
There are worst drives to have to do for work. That's probably the world's best commute.
Yeah.
The Trans-Canada Highway.
Yeah, from Calgary to Tofino. Yeah, it was really hard to take that drive.
I have one question.
Okay.
That scene with the Mack truck and the hitchhike, the big 18-wheeler.
Yeah.
How many times did you have to get that truck coming, stopping, and then her getting on the truck? Like, did you do that from different angles? I just thought it was like, wow, that would be a long take to do.
We had to do that a lot. We probably did that. We probably did that 10 or 12 times.
Oh.
And it was a pretty lengthy reset.
Yeah.
That was a big day that day. That was a long day.
Yeah. It's cool you were able to get some of those good shots in there.
Yeah, those are big shots, weren't they?
Kind of fun.
Big shots.
And that's Canada. You're on that Trans-Canada. You see those. You were like, So I actually noticed that and enjoyed it. And it must have been just a
there's
real
no faking that. You can't fake that.
That's why I thought I was like, how many secret cameras were set up? But nice to know. Legit, 10 takes. That's awesome.
Right.
Thank you.
10 to maybe 12. Maybe it was more than that. It was a lot.
That's awesome.
It was a lot.
Well, we're going to be sure to let the firstweekendclub.ca members, followers know exactly when the film's coming out, where they can see it.
Great.
And we're on Twitter at First Weekend Club. You're Jason _?
Jason _Priestley. Yeah.
At Twitter?
At Twitter, that's right.